Pleiadian Prophecy 2020. The Pleiadian Alliance, Delta Vash. Greetings, Jamie. What a great joy to finally be present with you. I am eager to begin our conversations. My name is Delta Vash. I am a member of the Pleiadian Alliance, one of the many interplanetary alliances that exist within the Pleiades. Some alliances are composed of only 2 or 3 planets. Our alliance is currently composed of 43 planets, making us the largest, but not the oldest grouping within the star cluster. There are much larger alliances that exist, some composed of thousands of worlds that span the entire galaxy and beyond. Some of these groups are interacting with humanity right now as we speak. Each alliance has its own agenda. The Pleiadian Alliance is aimed at uplifting the galaxy. We attempt to achieve this by educating and defending civilizations that are in need of healing. Earth is merely one of thousands of worlds that require assistance in elevating to a positive status. The Pleiades are a vast cluster of stars comprising of a wide range of life forms. Many animals from Earth exist in the Pleiades as a humanoid or more intelligent version. There are intelligent species of birds, canine, reptiles, insects, and even marine creatures that exist in the Pleiades. Our alliance includes several types of these species and many more. The general alignment or orientation of the Pleiades is one that is predominantly positive and loving in nature. Every star system has its own general alignment or orientation. If one was to gauge your solar system and the Earth by analyzing the general energy of its location, one could say that it is predominantly negative. Even though there are very loving and nurturing beings within the Earth locality, the negativity of your region outweighs the positivity. It is therefore appropriate for beings to label your world as a negative one. Conversely, there are some very dark and sinister beings in the Pleiades. Yet, the positivity of our star cluster outweighs the negativity. We are therefore regarded as a generally positive system, one that complements and offers much needed compassion and spiritual wisdom to your world. From our perspective, your solar system is about 40% positive. The Pleiades, on the other hand, is approximately 70% positive. The Pleiadian Alliance is very much aligned with the general themes and status of the Pleiades, though we must inform you there are other alliances that are not. Some alliances have an opposing agenda and attempt to hinder our work. I myself am what you could refer to as a bird woman. Just as you humans are humanoid and a more advanced version of apes, my race is a humanoid and more advanced versions of birds that somewhat resemble the hawks from your planet. In terms of our features, we have a similar range of emotions and intellectual capacity compared to you. We originated from the Carrion star system. A small faction of Carrions migrated to the Pleiades thousands of years ago, and the stars cluster has been our homeland ever since. There are many legendary stories and depictions of bird people in your ancient writings and drawings. Some of these legends spawned from interactions between Earth and the Carrions many years ago. My race comes from a binary system that lies behind Electra from your view. The name of our home star is Formuda. There are 3 planets that are habitable to my race in the star system, and we occupy all of them. My ancestors were colonizers. When they first entered this star system, they began living on one planet, and eventually conquered the remaining 2, which were previously occupied by an intelligent race of amphibians. I've lived many past lives throughout the galaxy. I've witnessed and experienced the tribulations of war in nearly every capacity. My race underwent a spiritual transformation after losing hundreds of thousands of innocent loved ones at the hands of a malicious insectoid race. Their invasion was not successful, but the experience taught us many lessons about suffering and the value of life. When the battles ended, we sought greater military might, greater protection, and greater spirituality. Eventually, we learned that the insectoid race of invaders had been subdued by fleets of the Pleiadian alliance, and promptly we requested to join them. Though I am a Pleiadian, it is important that you understand the diversity of civilizations and personalities that come from the Pleiades. We are not all angelic beings of love and light, as many people on your planet come to think. There are benevolent and malevolent, as well as neutral beings that come from the Pleiadians. I myself belong to a soldier class within the military faction of the Pleiadian alliance. Therefore, I do not consider myself to be angelic at all, for I do enjoy the thrill of war and destruction. I can be mischievous and sometimes too snarly to fit the stereotypes that are often associated with Pleiadians. I regard myself as being halfway between positive and neutral for these reasons. Though the Pleiadian alliance itself is predominantly positive, we do have some members that identify as neutral, and a few who are even somewhat lower than neutral. All beings within our alliance serve a purpose. This is why I chose you, Jamie. You are an objective thinker within an open mind that can comprehend a wide range of ideas without bias or judgment. I know we would be a perfect match, and it delighted me to connect with you when you began practicing automatic writing. Though I am a physical being, I can astral project and operate as a spirit guide whenever I wish. I am one of your spirit guides, and I understand that your primary guides, have turned you over to me since I am more adept at answering questions regarding universal matters. Universal knowledge. I wish to begin my teachings with a few general statements about the universe. First, let me say, we live in a universe that exists within a greater multiverse. Creation encompasses an infinite number of universes. There are some universes that are sheer heaven or sheer hell by design. Our universe is one of duality, and thus both polarities of dark and light are supported. This is represented by the male and female polar opposites that exist. Males represent the ego, which is service to self. Females represent the heart, which is service to others. Each individual carries a unique spiritual blending of male and female aspects. Some beings are in balance, some are not. In general, our universe is currently out of balance. There is an overabundance of beings who operate exclusively from the ego, which we define as self-love. When an entity has love only for the self and no love or care for others, this creates a very negative consciousness that seeks to interact with others purely for personal gain. The ego chakra dominates a substantial portion of consciousness throughout this sector of the multiverse, effectively plunging countless souls into never-ending warfare. There's much healing that must be facilitated before a more harmonious experience for all can be established. The Pleiadian Alliance has discovered that all things within the universe are interconnected through webs of energy. If you can imagine a cosmic web of interconnecting strings and points, imagine all of these webs eventually meeting at a single point, your solar system. The Earth is a nexus planet, one of many nexus points that energetically link a vast number of realities together, like a biological organism. The universe is sustained by vital organs that keep it alive. You can think of Earth as the heart or brain of the universe. Without it, the universe would die. Just as your body has several chakras or energy points, the universe itself has its own chakra centers as well. Earth is located at one of the main and most critical chakra points of the universe. By altering this nexus, one has the potential to alter the entire universe. For this reason, we refer to Earth as the crown of the cosmos. The discovery of Earth as a nexus planet comes from the future. There are many extraterrestrial groups that come from 300 years in your future and have traveled back in time in order to prevent something unspeakable from happening. Many groups who have witnessed a very dark, catastrophic turn of events. When the origin of these events was researched and analyzed, all of these groups came to the same conclusion and managed to trace the source of this evil back to your solar system. They have since evacuated their apocalyptic, negative, native, parallel version of the universe and migrated to your timeline. There are many versions of the future, of course, many different paths you can walk. But in all timelines or parallel universes, what happens to humanity affects the entire galaxy and eventually ripples out to the cosmos. What we and many other alliances are attempting to prevent, in cooperation, is the possibility of a universal apocalypse. You humans are a very well-known race of beings throughout the universe. There are literally billions of beings from all corners of the universe, and especially from this galaxy, who are attracted to the Earth realm due to its ability to rewire the universal matrix. You can think of Earth as the famous Excalibur from your legendary fairy tales, an object of great power sought by many. There's literally a race and a tug of war happening in space over your planet. The forces of light wish to uplift humanity. By doing so, we can help uplift the rest of the universe as well. On the other hand, the forces of darkness wish to increase the oppression. If they succeed, the universe may never experience healing, and all the warring and corruption that exists within it may only intensify. Fortunately, the probabilities are in our favor. Humanity is approaching a crucial moment in time. Your timeline is a mixture of many different timelines existing simultaneously. Like railroad tracks running parallel side by side, this is why Earth is both heaven and hell. A place where the best and worst experiences can be had, all contained within a singular bubble reality. You are rapidly approaching what we refer to as the splitting prism of time. Between the fall equinox of 2016 and the winter solstice of 2017, the parallel timelines will begin to literally split apart. Many great and positive changes will unfold on all fronts of your society. The negative aspects of your reality in general will begin to gradually diminish, so that no later than 2027, only the most positive timeline will remain, that which we call Alpha Earth. We members of the Pleiadian Alliance are here to prepare you for this auspicious splitting of realities and this exhilarating adventures that are sure to follow thereafter. For the record, our main objective in communicating with you is to instill excitement, to propel the energy fields of those who receive our message towards a positive timeline on the universal scale. The more intent you put behind a positive outcome, the more likely it will manifest. Our teachings are intended to inspire your excitement, to make you enthusiastic about being alive on Earth at this time, and to provide a glimpse of the probable future that our combined willpower can co-create. We are honored to be in contact with you. It is akin to mentoring a chosen warrior in training before he ventures off to become the legendary champion of the world. This is indeed our prophecy for you, humans. Our vision highlights you as the Phoenix planet, the version of Earth that is destined to rise from the ashes in a brilliant supernova of cosmic proportions. Only the bravest souls dare to participate in the most epic of journeys, such as the story of Earth. Your struggles will be greatly rewarded with levels of consciousness beyond anything ever witnessed in the history of the universe. Though now you look up to us, the Pleiadians, for guidance and for wisdom, we assure you, dear friends, it is someday we will be looking up to you. Delta Vash.